Hey, what's going on, guys? So, been just a tiny bit since the last review. Unfortunately, it's not a Marvel Legends or Star Wars review, um, but it's still a DC review, and I'm excited. Um, I've just been hoping that I would get more Marvel Legends or Star Wars, so that way I can get more of those, but clearly not. Though there have been some reveals of Marvel Legends, which we'll talk about later. But let us talk about this review first, which is DC McFarlane Multiverse Batwing. Um, it says Batwing on the side, you got a clear window, and then on the back side you've got a design for Batwing. Now, before we get into this real quick, let me show off the figure first. So, um, so this is Batwing, but it's not the one that probably most people are familiar with, which is the what is his is it Luke Fox? I think. It's not him, but it is still a Batwing um, that is important, and I wanted to get. Hopefully, they do make the other version of Batwing. But so here is the trading card, and on the back it says real name David Zavimbe. I'm probably mispronouncing that right. Was born in Tinashe, a city in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. David and his brother Isaac were drafted as child soldiers and forced into combat among local warring factions. During one mission, the brothers refused orders to kill innocent people. To protect David, Isaac attacked their leader, General Keisha, and was slain. David fled before he eventually returned to capture Keisha, delivering him to an enemy base and renouncing his own life as a soldier. Soon after becoming a Tanisha police officer, David was approached by Batman to join Batman Incorporated to carry on the legacy of the Dark Knight in the most tumultuous region on Earth. Yeah, so basically he operated a lot in Africa. So yeah, and then of course he also has a stand. But he does actually have a couple different accessories, which are nice. Though I do think that they should have given him a flight stand, considering what the accessories are. So he has this little piece here, which is supposed to plug into the back here. It's kind of it gets a little hard to put in, but it does stay in there pretty well. So it's supposed to be like propulsion bass, and then these are supposed to go in here. One of them seems to be really hard to put in, and then the other one seems totally fine to put in. Though these are very sharp. I'm going to warn you now. If you do not have this figure, this action figure yet, please be careful. These are very, like this one, the only real spike you have is at the end of this one, so it's only one. But these ones, you've got like all these little like ones sticking out to look like it's blasting off, and it's just really really sharp. But let's take a look at this. I do not think, yeah, these are not removable, but I'm okay with that because that's kind of like his main feature. I will say, for someone like Batman Beyond, though, I haven't gotten the Batman Beyond action figure yet. I hope to one day. But I will say that as cool as it is to have the bat wings that Batman Beyond has, so he can fly around, he does a lot of stuff without that, and a lot of times when he's fighting, he doesn't have those wings. So, for me, I wish that he could have had his wings removed, but what you gonna do? So, but here he is. So, as you can see, he's all very armored up. You may notice that it does not match this again. I'm assuming that when they do these cards, they're keeping in mind that they're probably going to do another version of this character. So you might get a second David Zavimbe. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. I'm very sorry, but I'm always assuming that when they do this, it means because they're going to make another outfit. But whatever. So, but here he is. It's all armored up. You can see the bat logo there. It's done in a silver. I'm sorry if the light's a little bright, but I'm trying to make sure that it stays bright enough. The wings, you can see, have got all these sculpting in it. So all these technical designs. And this is just like really beautifully well sculpted, because it is, it's basic. I hate to make this comparison because he is his own character and all that, but I hate to make this comparison. But he's basically Batman and Iron Man put together. So yeah, you have all this kind of armored up design, and yeah. So, and the face sculpt is done pretty well. So, and he's really fun to pose. I've already had a really fun time posing him, and he actually isn't. His joints aren't as tight as a lot of the other figures I've been getting lately. I don't want to do that. Oh well, I say that. His ankle pivot's a little tight, but really. Okay. Yeah, okay, so never mind, his ankles are really tight. So there's that. But for the most part, other than that, I don't really have a problem. I guess his arm joints are a little tight too. So, and also I want to warn you, when you get this action figure, you have quite a lot of like straps, and you might not notice them all the way because you have because they strap them in. So there's ones that go over both the arms and the wings, but there's also separate ones that go on the wings. So be careful with that. I didn't notice them right away. So, so yeah. But let's get into the articulation. So, I do apologize if you hear sirens in the background, but so his head can look up that far, can look down that far, can look side to side, and he's got great head tilt. His shoulders move out that far, and I think they have the usual joint of shifting around. He's got does he have a bicep swivel? I think he does. He of course has double jointed elbows and the usual wrist articulation where you can switch it around and whatnot. And it also has swivel. He's got all these joints in his diaphragm, so he can crunch that far forward, that far back. That's really ugly. You can tilt side to side separately, and they can swivel separately, which I actually had an issue with because in the packaging it was like this where it wasn't lined up, so I had to realign it. His legs can kick out that far, can kick back that far, and can kick all the way out. Doesn't really have a swivel. Double jointed knees. His ankles can move. Jeez. Holy cow. Can move that far down, that far up. They can swivel. And of course you can turn the joint around and do whatever, and then you also have toe articulation. So yeah. So I guess now it is time for comparisons. And there's definitely a few people I want to compare them to. But let me go get them. So, I've got quite a few comparisons here because now I didn't grab every single Bat family member. Okay. I don't know why. Okay, you're crooked. The camera's failing me here. Hopefully it's okay. There you go. So, move these here. I didn't get every single Bat family member, but I definitely wanted to compare him to most. Again, his ankle, he's got a really tightness in the ankle. So the one that I really wanted to compare him to is Signal, just because, well, he's another African American member of the Bat family, and just someone that I think goes a lot alongside him because not only are they both African American, which honestly doesn't really have too much to do with the fact why I want to compare with them, but they're both kind of like these armored up type of Bat family, and of course, Batwing is taller than Signal over here. And then another African American member though is the next Batman or future state. I don't know how you want to. Is it Tim Fox Batman? Is that his name? I don't remember. But you do have Tim Fox Batman. Okay, who's deciding not to stand. So I can't tell if he's taller or not. Maybe slightly taller. I don't know. Can't really tell. But then wanted him and then I'll compare him to Damian Wayne. Obviously, Damian is a lot shorter. And then I'll compare him to Red Hood. Oh, that's why I think of Batwing and Signal together. It's because of Batman Incorporated, because they've both been a part of that team. But here's him in Red Hood. Here is him and Catwoman. Here he is next to Azrael, which I think head-wise they're actually at the same height, but because of these little like tendril pieces here, which one has been kind of warped, but whatever. This guy can't really move that much anyways. So, but and then we shall do a comparison to Batman himself. If this one wants to stand, that is. And because I can't tell if he's standing all the way up or not, the Batwing might be a little taller. Next, we'll compare him to the DC Essentials, not McFarlane, because I don't own a McFarlane Batgirl yet. I will talk about that in a second. Here he is next to Barbara Gordon Batgirl. And of course, here he is next to my favorite Bat family member and my favorite DC character, is next to Nightwing. They're around the same height there. So yeah. So I guess those are the comparisons. But to briefly talk about some other things. So I guess I'll talk about some McFarlane stuff. I've already told you a lot of things that I want to get and that you guys will hopefully see a review of. But when I mentioned Batgirl, I obviously don't plan on replacing Barbara Gordon Batgirl from DC Essentials. I really like this figure. And in a way, she actually scales nicely with these guys, and I just really like the outfit as well. But I do plan on probably getting the Batman and Robin movie wave Batgirl, played by Alicia Silverstone. Because I watched that movie all the time when I was growing up. So I'll probably get her and Batman and Chris O'Donnell's Robin. So yeah. But unless something bad happens to this figure, which knock on wood, I really hope nothing happens to her. But yeah. So then, of course, if they make Cassandra Cain Batgirl, they've already made a Batwoman. I really hope they release Batwoman as a single carded figure as well. But really quick, I think it is announced. Okay, I'm going to say I'm unsure if it is officially announced, but I did see pictures of a new Marvel Legends group of figures, which is a new version of Ben Reilly's Scarlet Spider, which I hope to get. I forget what it's called, but it's another variation of Spider-Man from the Multiverse. And then you have Jack-O-Lantern, so that'll be pretty nice. But if you enjoyed this review, like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.